Today, we're going to look at how to build our self-esteem the SPAR way. Hey, I'm excited to be here with you today. I'm excited to share with you today. But before I dive in, I just wanted to share, I would like to share something that Maya Angelou once said. She said, "You are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody." Pretty powerful, hey? But I know some of you might be thinking, that is easier said than done. Well, that's exactly why we're here today. Recent research has shown that self-esteem has significant benefits for our social relationships, our work life, our family life, our mental health, and so on and so forth. So that's good, right? Something we can actively build on and strengthen is our self-esteem. So today we're going to learn the SPAR method, and that's self-awareness, planning, action, and reward. So think of it as your personal GPS for self-esteem. And no, SPAR doesn't mean, we're going to go boxing with our inner critics. But that might be fun though. So let's start. Self-awareness. What does self-awareness mean? Now, in the words of Rita Mae Brown, the reward for conformity is that everybody likes you but you. Wow, that is powerful. But it's true. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a quick exercise for 30 seconds right now, or if you need a minute. I want you to write down 3 things about yourself that you like. Not what others like about you, what you like about yourself. 3 things, 30 seconds. Let's go. I'm sure it's harder than you thought. That's normal. Now, research also says that when we build our self-esteem, it starts with understanding yourself. You have to learn how to understand yourself. It's not about collecting external validation. It's inward, retrospectively. What do you think about yourself? What do you like about yourself? All right. So I'm going to ask you to do that exercise again within your own time, but put a timer on. Maybe you need a minute. Sit down and think, what is that one thing that I like about myself? And then what other thing do I like about myself? And what other? Okay. So it could be how you relate with other people. It could be your writing. It could be some features on your face. What is it that you like about yourself? And so now let's move on to the next step, planning. So now you've thought about what you like. Let's plan. Let's plan. We get strategic here when we talk about planning. So you want to think of one area that you would like to feel more confident in. So maybe that might be speaking up in meetings. It might be a hobby. It might be setting boundaries in your relationships. What one thing do you like to improve on or feel more confident? And that's planning. Now, another quote, right? Emil said, "You are braver than you believe. You're stronger than you seem. And guess what? You're smarter than what you think." So let's prove him right. Exercise for you to do. I would like you to write down one small step that you could take this week towards your goal. Now, the emphasis is on one small step. We're not planning to climb the Everest here. Well, not yet. So one small thing that you would like to do differently. You may need up to 3 minutes to do that. And then we move on to the next one. So remember, we started with self-awareness. We moved on to planning. And now we're going to take action. This is where the magic begins. But there's a twist. Research has also indicated that building lasting self-esteem isn't about, making a huge, grand gestures. It's about consistency. Small wins that builds competence and confidence. So your action steps should be specific, right? I want to speak in meetings. It should be measurable. You'll know how or when you did it because you said, when I go into work this week, I want to be able to speak up in meetings. So when there is a meeting, you have said something. It doesn't mean you have to say a lot, but you have spoken. Your voice has been heard. It must be doable. It must be something that you know you can do. Okay, so it's not about, oh, this week I'm going to become the CEO in my organization. You get the drift. Now, the first one is reward, 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 reward. No, this is not about buying yourself a pizza every time you do something brave. Mm-mm. Now, I'm not judging, but what is it that you can do that can, you can reward yourself? It's important. It might just be doing a little victory dance in your living room. It's about recognizing and validating what you've done. Okay. Success that you've achieved, celebrating it, no matter how small. Because why? It reinforces positive self-image. So that's important. Now, remember, self-esteem is like building muscle. It takes time, it takes consistency. And yes, sometimes it may feel, oh, a bit uncomfortable, but you're not alone in this journey. The more you like yourself, the less you would fear anything. And that's the word of Brian Tracy. So my encouragement for you today, this season, build your self-esteem up the SPAR way until I come your way again. Thanks for listening.